Hi, boys and girls. I'm so glad to see you today. I'm going to read you a story. It's called Fidgety Fish by Ruth Galloway. Do you know what the word fidgety means? That means that sometimes you can't stop twirling or dancing or moving around. That happens to me once in a while. In our story, our main character is Tiddler. This is Tiddler. And in the story, he can't stop fidgeting. Now, when I can't stop fidgeting, I will breathe in a flower and blow out a candle to calm my body down. You can do that too. Sometimes moms or dads or brothers or sisters or grandmas or grandpas, they need a break. And sometimes we need to get in control of our body. So I want you to try to breathe in a flower and blow out a candle so you can get your body in control. Let's read this story. It's called Fidgety Fish by Ruth Galloway. This story takes place in an ocean. So the setting of our story is an ocean. Fidgety Fish by Ruth Galloway. Tiddler was always fidgeting. He wriggled and squiggled. He darted and giggled until his mom got fed up with it and said, "Go out into the sea and swim till you're tired. But watch out for the big fish," she said. So Tiddler swam out of his cave. He dived and he flipped. He leaped and he dipped. He sped faster than a rocket. Zoom! And glided gently like a swan, letting the sea currents fan his fins. But he still didn't feel tired. The sea was full of the most interesting things. There were limpets that clung and jellyfish that stung. There was a big, big starfish that didn't do much at all. "Hello," said Tiddler, nudging the starfish gently with his nose. The starfish didn't answer. It didn't even move. A crab skittled by, clicking and clacking its big claws. Tiddler wanted to play with it, but the crab scuttled off and disappeared into the seaweed. It looks to me like Tiddler is wanting a friend. Does it look like that to you too? Tiddler came to a big, dark cave. It looked much more exciting than his cave back home, and Tiddler swam in. Boys and girls, if you look really close at this cave, it looks to me like there are two big eyeballs here. Oh no, what do you think Tiddler's swimming into? Tell your mom or dad or someone in your family what you think he's swimming into. Then let's see if you're right. Snap! Everything went dark. Oh! Tiddler was trapped inside the big fish. Were you right? Is that the cave that you guessed? I thought so. He trembled and he shivered and he shook and he quivered. Tiddler is kind of scared. I would be too. Would you be scared? Until the big fish's tummy began to feel very funny indeed. It rumbled and grumbled. It turned and it tumbled. It fluttered and it groaned. It mumbled and moaned. Oh no. Suddenly, the big fish burped and burp. Oh no. What does the big fish need to do? You're right. he needs to use his manners and say, "Excuse me." Whoosh! Out shot Tiddler. Thank goodness. He shot past the jellyfish and the clickety crab hiding in the weeds, past the starfish and straight through his own front door. "I hope you've used up all that energy," said his mom. But she would have to wait until the morning to hear about his adventures because Tiddler was already fast asleep. That was quite an adventure, wasn't it? The end. Boys and girls, sometimes when you need a break, you can go into your room or go into a special place all by yourself. I want to show you an activity that you can do. I'm going to show you a directed drawing that you can do, and we're going to draw a fish today. Are you ready? For this activity, you're going to need a piece of paper and something to write with. So you can use a pencil or a crayon or a marker. This is what we're going to draw. We're going to draw this fish, and I'm going to teach you how. Are you ready? First, I'm going to take my piece of paper, and I took a blue marker. I'm going to start at the top of my paper, and I'm going to slant down. And then I'm going to start on the other side, on my left side, and slant to the right. So I slanted from my left to right, and then I'm going to slant left to right. Then I'm going to take a curve and make like the letter C. So I'm going to curve around. Then my next step is to draw like the letter B on his tail, a bump and a bump. So we'll draw a bump and a bump. Perfect. Now I'm going to draw a fin at the top of my fish and a little fin at the bottom of my fish. And zoop. Perfect. Now I'm going to give him a little bit of a face and another fin. So I'm going to give him a face and then a little fin. Perfect. The last step I need to do is draw his eye and a smile. So I'm going to draw his eye and I'm going to draw his smile. Boys and girls, he only has one eye because when I turn my head to the side, how many eyes do you see? You just see one. You're right. You know I have two eyes. But when you turn your head to the side, you only see one. You can check this out in a mirror if you have one at home. Go in your bathroom and look. When you turn your head to the side, you'll only see one eye. So, we just read the book, Fidgety Fish, and then guess what? We drew Fidgety Fish, like Tiddler in our story. I hope you had fun drawing and reading with me today. Give yourself a great big hug and squeeze. I love and miss you lots. I love you. Mwah!